Hello friends, in this lecture we will see the another case that is special in graphical method. Okay, so in the previous lecture we have seen about the infeasible solution. In this lecture we will see that the solution is unbounded. Okay, so what is the meaning of unbounded and when the solution is going to be unbounded, we will see it. So the second case, okay, this is our second case, case number 2. Okay, this is our case number 2, that is unbounded solution. Unbounded, you can see that unbounded means there is no boundary, there is no limitation. Okay, it is unbounded. So already we have taken the example. Now our objective function, you can say it is minimization type. Okay, it is minimization type. You can also take maximization type. We will take the both the cases. Okay, so the problem is minimization type 2x plus 3y, and the constants are 5x plus y greater equals to 100 and 3x plus 2y greater equals to 120. Okay, so greater equals to type constants are there and the decision variables are non-negative restrictions. It means they are saying that stay in the first quadrant. So we note the steps, that plot the constants. Okay, we have to plot the constants. So y and x. Okay, y and x, and this is our origin. Okay, this is our origin because origin is very important in graphical method. Okay, so the first constant is say that when x is 0 then y is going to be 100, and when y is 0 then x is going to be 20. So what we will take? We will take the 20-20 scaling. Okay, we will take a scaling of 20-20. So when x is 0 then y is 100, when y is 0 then x is 20. So our graph is like this. So this is 20, 0, and this point is 0, 100. Okay, we have plotted the first constant. Now we will check the nature of the constant also. So while putting 0, 0, we will get that 0 is greater equals to 100. So 0 is greater equals to 100. It means the condition is false. So false means the graph is shaded away from the origin. Okay, like this. The graph is shaded away from the origin because the condition is false. So we will draw the graph like this. Now our second constant, you can see when x is 0 then y is going to be 60. Okay, 2y equals to 120. So y is going to be 60. So it is here. It is something here. Okay, and when y is 0 then x is going to be 40. So the graph is like this. This is 40, 0, and this is 0, 60. Okay, the graph is like this. Now we will put 0, 0 in this constant. So we will get the condition 0 is greater equals to 120. So 0 is greater than 120. So the condition is again false. So it is again shaded away from the origin. You can see the graph is shaded again from the origin, and non-negative restrictions, they are already saying that stay in the first quadrant. Okay, so what you are going to do? You will find the intersection point. So after solving both the constants, okay, you have to solve both the constant to get the intersection point. It is a linear equation, you can solve it. So it is going to be 80 by 7, 300 by 7. Okay, 80 by 7, 300 by 7. So what you are going to do? You are going to find the feasible region. So if you are going to take a point here, okay, if you are going to take a point here, so this point will not satisfy any of the constant. Okay, so this is not the feasible region. Suppose you are going to take a point here. So this here, a point will satisfy only this constant. So this is also not a feasible region. Here also the point will not satisfy both the constants. So if you are going to take a point in this region, okay, in this region, then it will simultaneously satisfy both the constant. It means this is the feasible region. You can say this one up to infinity, you can say. Okay, the arrow indicates the feasible region. This is the feasible region, you can say. Okay, so we have got there is a feasible region, but there is no any boundary to the feasible region. Okay, we can move to anywhere in this direction. We can move to anywhere. We can say that the region, feasible region is feasible region is unbounded. Okay, we have got the feasible region, but the feasible region is unbounded because there is no limitation, there is no boundary to the feasible region. So we can say that the feasible region is unbounded. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to find the optimal solution. Okay, the problem is minimization type, you can see. So what we will do, we will put the corner points. So the first corner point is 0, 100. The second corner point is 80 by 7, 300 by 7, and the third corner point is 40, 0. So we will put the corner point. The first corner point is 0, 100. So when you are going to put 0, 100 in the objective function, so what you will get, x is 0, y is 3, 100. So it is going to be 300. Okay, the second corner point, it is 80 by 7, 300 by 7. After putting, you will get 151.4. Okay, and the third corner point, you can see that it is 40, 0. So just put here, y will be 0 and this is going to be 80. Okay, this is going to be 80. Okay, so what is the optimal solution? We will say that this 40, 0, this is the final answer. Okay, we can say that this is the unique optimal solution. Okay, so out of 300, 151.4 and 80, it is the minimum. Why minimum? Because we have to minimize the objective function. So this 80 is the unique optimal solution. Okay, so we can say that we have got a feasible region that is unbounded. Okay, we have got a feasible region that is unbounded, but the solution is unique. Okay, then you will say that, sir, the case is of unbounded solution. So why you are going to tell us the solution is unique? Okay, I am going to tell the difference. Okay, most of the students are making mistake in this type of case. Okay, why? Because whenever they found that the region is unbounded, okay, when the feasible region is unbounded, they are directly going to take the solution is also unbounded. No, the region is unbounded but the solution is unique. Okay, now I am going to change the question. Okay, now what I am going to do, here I am going to write maximize. Okay, here I am going to write maximize and everything remain same. So now the problem has been changed. Just look here, the problem has been changed but the constraint remain the same. Okay, so you will plot the graph and the graph will also remain the same. Okay, and again the feasible region is unbounded. Okay, the constraints are same, so the graph is also same, non-negative restrictions are same. So this is the feasible region again. Okay, this is the feasible region again. So we will say that our region is again unbounded. So what about the nature of the solution? Okay, so just be careful. The problem now becomes maximization type. You can see now the objective function is of maximization type. So what you will do, you just go to the corner point and try to maximize the objective function. So this is the corner point and this is saying that you can move in this direction. Okay, so what we can do, we have to maximize it. So you can see this is plus sign. So for maximizing y, this is y. So for maximizing y, we will increase the value of y. Okay, so what you will do, you will try to increase the value of y. Where you will go? You will go to the infinity. Here, this is the corner point x. So what you will do, you will try to increase the value of x because the problem is of maximization type. So we will try to increase the value of x by going in this direction up to where? Up to infinity. Okay, and if this is the suppose corner point, so we will try to move in which direction? Up to infinity. Okay, so what you will do, x is also tending to infinity, y is also tending to infinity. So your objective function will also tend to infinity. Okay, so this infinity, what does it mean? Is it unique optimal? No, it means nothing. The problem is maximization type and maximization is profit. So profit is infinity, it means nothing. Okay, it does not make any sense. The profit is infinity, our objective function is infinity, it will not make any sense. It means it says that solution is unbounded. Okay, it says that the solution is unbounded. It is infinity. It means it says that our solution is unbounded in nature. Okay, so we can say the difference. Okay, many times the students just check that the feasible region is unbounded, so the solution is also unbounded. No, an unbounded, you can say that an unbounded solution does not guarantee, an unbounded feasible region does not guarantee an unbounded solution. Okay, we have seen that if the feasible region is unbounded, then solution can be unique also. Okay, so what you have to do, you have to check the nature of the objective function. Okay, if you are going to get an unbounded feasible region, if you are going to get an unbounded feasible region, you must check the nature of the objective function, whether it is maximization type or minimization type. Okay, just try to check the corner point. Okay, if it is unique solution, then tick unique. If it is unbounded, then only tick unbounded. Okay, so blindly do not follow that unbounded feasible region means unbounded solution. Okay, so I will give you a note. So just keep this note in your mind. Okay, very important note. Okay, it says that an unbounded feasible region, an unbounded feasible region does not, an unbounded feasible region does not guarantee an unbounded solution. Okay, very important from the examination point of view, because students are directly going to tick after seeing that they have got unbounded feasible region. Okay, students do the mistakes. Okay, they see that the region is unbounded feasible, so they are going to tick the solution is also unbounded. No, it says that an unbounded feasible region does not guarantee an unbounded solution. Okay, it can be anything. You have to check the nature of the objective function. Okay, so this is all about the objective unbounded solution. Okay, now one more point. Now we will see our third case, case 3. Okay, you can say case 3, very small case. Suppose you got a constant like this. You plotted the graph between your decision variables y and x, and you got a constant like this. This is towards the origin. Okay, and the second point towards the origin like this. Okay, you plotted the graph and you got the constants like this. Okay, these two constants, and this third constant is like this. The third constant you got like this. Okay, so now I will ask what is the feasible region, and non-negative restriction is there. Okay, more probability is there, the restriction is going to be non-negative type only. So what is the feasible region? You will say that, sir, this is the feasible region. This is the feasible region. This is the feasible region. So I will say that only two constraints, okay, only two constraints are participating in providing the feasible region. Only two constraints participate in providing the feasible region. You can see this third constant. Okay, it is not participating in providing the optimal solution. It is participating in providing the feasible region, but this constant does not participate in providing the optimal solution. So these type of constraints are known as redundant constraints. Okay, these type of constraints are known as redundant constraints. So how you are going to define it? You can say that a constraint which does not participate in providing the optimal solution. Okay, so if a constant which does not participate in providing the optimal solution, those type of constants are known as redundant constants. Here, this constant does not participate in providing the optimal solution. It will tell about the feasible region, but it will not provide the optimal solution. So these type of constants are known as redundant constant. And the solutions, okay, the solution obtained from these type of constants are known as degenerate solution. the solution obtained are known as degenerate solution. So it is not something special. Okay, degenerate solution does not mean something special type of solution. It can be unique solution. Okay, it can be multiple optimal solution. Okay, any type of solution it can be. Okay, so degenerate does not mean any type of, only a special name is given for the redundant constant, that if the constant is redundant then the solution is degenerate. Okay, many times when you are going to solve the question, you will find that the constant is redundant but the solution they have given unique optimal. It can be there. Okay, so degenerate does not mean that you will always find it degenerate in the option. Okay, only a special case, special name. It is nothing, it can be unique. Okay, it can be unique, it can be anything. Okay, so just remember the name, that is the constant is redundant, that is does not participate in providing the optimal solution. So the constants are known as redundant constants. So this is all about unbounded solution and degenerate solution. In the next lecture we will see the case of multiple optimal solution. Thank you.